is Shen. Longlu. Longlu clips it up towards Gallacher, facing away from goal. She might still have the chance. Amy Gallacher! She's done it! Listen to the noise around Celtic Park. Heartbreak on the final day last season. Euphoria on the final day this season. It's the former Hibernian forward. Her 25th league goal of the season is Amy Gallacher.
Hello and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. This video going to be about the wonderful win for the Celtic women's side, the Celtic Girls, yesterday at Celtic Park. 1-0 over Hibs. A very dramatic 90th minute winner that secured the SPWL title for Celtic at the last minute, winning the league in the end by goal difference over Rangers, with a 13-goal difference advantage for Celtic over Rangers. I had the great pleasure to be at the game yesterday, watching the game as it developed. I thought I would pop in the Amy Gallacher goal with some commentary as a start to the video before we cracked on with the chat, and also later on the video we'll do the goal again from some different angles, a bit more of the celebration, and also the trophy presentation at the end of the game as well. So it was lovely to have a day in the sun watching the Celtic women's side winning. I got a wee bit too much sun, as some of you may see from my face on the video. Hopefully all going to turn into tan rather than burn and peel. And it was also nice to catch up with one of my subscribers and viewers at the game as well. It was good to be recognised at a Celtic game, and I have to say it was a very, very good game of football. I thought Hibs played incredibly well. They were very well set up, very good in defence. The goalkeeper had an amazing match, and their captain Joelle Murray, playing her last game of professional football before she retired, she had an excellent game in central defence. One or two rather odd refereeing decisions over the course of the game. He gave 9 fouls against Celtic and 4 against Hibs. The Hibs players certainly were using their greater size and strength quite often to knock players such as Murphy Agnew, Lucy Ashworth Clifford off the ball. The referees did seem quite keen to give fouls against Celtic players for the same sorts of challenges. There was an incident I didn't quite fully see on the far touchline where Natalie Ross tackled somebody, then the Hibs player got up and pushed her over, then a couple of other Hibs and Celtic players got involved. In the end, Natalie Ross got yellow carded, and nobody else faced any form of yellow card or even given a bad row by the referee. It was a very hot day, a very tense day, and Celtic had plenty of chances. Over the game, the possession was 58 to Celtic, 42 to Hibs. 19 shots for Celtic, 6 by Hibs, with 5 shots on target by Celtic, 2 by Hibs. And Hibs goalkeeper made 4 saves, Kelsey Doherty 2. Kelsey Doherty made an absolutely brilliant save deep into the first half, diving full length to her right to divert a shot round the post. Corners were 8-4, and as I said, fouls were 9-4, with Celtic having 9 fouls given against them, only 4 fouls given for them for Hibs challenges. Overall, absolutely brilliant game of football. I think a few of the players got a wee bit tense and tight in front of goals. Tash Flint didn't look like she was fully fit. She struggled to get up into the box to catch up with Murphy Agnew, who made quite a number of good runs in behind. Lucy Ashford-Clifford also made a lot of good progress down the left wing. Celia Barclay, a lot of good progress down the right wing, but Celtic rarely ever had more than one player in the box, which meant that the player we had in the box tended to be crowded out. Second half, when the space opened up, as the Hibs players tired a bit, again, we got the ball into the box several times, but unfortunately our strikers and midfielders weren't able to get in properly to shoot. Murphy Agnew hit the bar. Murphy Agnew had a shot come cross, go through the goalkeeper's hands and spin wide of the far post. Tash Flint had a few shots that missed the post and missed one over the bar. And Tash Flint had an excellent shot from distance that the goalkeeper, Katie Frame, did a brilliant job to tip over the bar. As the clock ticked down into the 80s, it got a wee bit more tense and nervous. Hibs also were quite cleverly using time-wasting tactics, which the referee kept on warning them to stop doing, but then didn't actually really seem to add any time in the first half for time-wasting or for a couple of brief injuries, with the first half ending pretty much bang on 45 minutes. In the second half, did see warn the Hibs players, particularly the Hibs goalkeeper, multiple times for time wasting on by kicks and kicks out by hand, but it took till about the 85th minute before he actually bothered to book Katie Frame, the goalkeeper, and then again let her off with a couple more episodes of time wasting. Also, Frame went down twice injured, as did one of the Hibs defenders. Just when it looked like all hope was lost, nice move out on the right from the two Shens. Shen Men Glue curled in a brilliant left-footed in-swinging cross, picking out Amy Gallacher in the centre of the box. Amy Gallacher looked like she was trying to set up Tash Flint on the edge of the box. The ball rebounded back to her off a Hibs defender. She then weaved to her right and then curled a lovely shot into the Hibs bottom left-hand corner, and then set off to the corner flag, mobbed by her fellow players and fans, celebrating the goal that was. It looked like going to give Celtic the title. I'm not sure whether the players and coaching staff knew that Rangers had gone into half-time 3-0 up on Partick Thistle, adding to their lead early in the second half to go to 4-0. So I don't know whether the players knew that it was win at all costs, but I think they pretty much knew that a win in this game was going to win them the title. It was a bit nerve-wracking that it took to the 90th minute to score. Then the referee then added 7 minutes of added time. Part of that was for guard of honour to see Joelle Murray, the Hibs captain, off the pitch in her last game, and both teams lining up and clapping her as she went off the pitch. And she does seem to have quite a number of friends in the Celtic team, including Amy Gallacher, who used to play for Hibs, and Kelly Clark, our captain, who appears to be a particular friend of hers. As I said, the referee added 7 minutes on. Celtic did, however, defend very nicely, made sure they got the ball cleared from the defence and midfield. A couple of times Tash Flint got the ball up in the corner flag and ran down the clock. A couple of times Celtic did manage to get the ball at the other end and force Hibs into bye kicks. And to be thoroughly honest, it didn't really look like Hibs were going to pull that goal back to deny us the title. And so at the final whistle, some wonderful sights and sounds and crowd noise and celebrating players, and that was all redoubled with the presentation of the trophy. So just going to pop in now a little bit of the goal from Celtic from a couple of other angles, one or two other bits of footage linked to that goal, plus the trophy celebration lifting with Kelly Clark and Elena Sidiku. And after that, we'll then have a final wee thought regarding the game, the season, and finish off today's video of the Celtics women's side. So I do plan to do a fuller highlights video using the BBC Alba coverage over the next day or two, but that's going to take a wee bit of work editing and removing the bits in between the highlights, and so I do promise in the next couple of days I'll put that together and pop it out as a little highlights video of the Celtic women's win, along with a wee bit of further chat as things develop in terms of Celtic's plans for next season. So just looking at the season itself, 32 games in the SWPL, Celtic won 26 games, 4 draws and 2 losses, 126 goals for, 18 against, 82 points in the end, and as I said, they beat Rangers by 13 goals on goal difference. I think Rangers and Celtic are very evenly matched teams. I think Glasgow City has the potential to get right back up with Rangers and Celtic at the top of the women's game. They're a very well-run club, well-funded club, and they do have quite a number of very talented international and experienced players. And so I can certainly see next season, like this season, being a 3-way competition. I would not be that surprised if Glasgow City come back as a more powerful force next season. In terms of the best players for Celtic yesterday, I think big plus marks have to be given to Kelsey Doherty. She did very well in the Celtic goal. She made a very brilliant save when it was still 0-0. I thought the back three did a good job. Hibs, on multiple occasions, did throw plenty of players forward. They have a very talented American striker called Jodian Bokum, who a couple of times did get in behind Celtic's defence, happily she hit the bar and hit her shot wide of the post. Some nice, strong defensive work as well from Hibs. Tash Flint, as I said, I thought was a wee bit off colour. Amy Gallacher didn't have an absolutely brilliant game, but she came through for us at the end. Her 25th goal of the season, plus she's had 25 other assists, so she's been part of 50 of Celtic's goals this season, which is a pretty remarkable stat, and also makes one wonder quite what she's got to do to get into Scotland's women's international squad. Being the top scorer in the SWPL and being part of 50 goals for her club, one does wonder why that does not get you into the Scotland international side, but that's a story for another day. I thought Shen Menglu had quite a number of good. Shen Menglu actually, when she came on as a later sub, did actually create a lot down the right hand side, and the use of her left foot to get the ball into the box did give Hibs yet another difficulty. Lucy Ashworth-Clifford, I thought, had a great game all the way through. Sadly, no one really was in the box to get her crosses. Tash Flint, bit off colour. Murphy Agnew tried incredibly hard. She seemed to get muscled out of quite a lot of play and fouled rather a lot by the Hibs defence, usually those fouls not being given. She did show a lot of pace to get in behind and set up goals, and as I said, did hit the bar and have a shot come cross that nearly went in at the back post through the goalkeeper's hands. So plenty of things to be happy about. Obviously winning the title, a remarkable achievement and an historic day. Celtic women's first league title, and is the first time in history that a men's team has won their league and a women's team has won their league from the same club. So well done to Celtic. I think Celtic will be looking to strengthen their squad. There are stories that Tash Flint may be coming back to Celtic on a permanent basis, or she may come back to Celtic on a full season-long loan. I think her injection of goals and skills at the turn of the year was a big factor in Celtic winning the title. It's great news that Amy Gallacher signed a 3-year extension to her contract, and I think she is at the peak of her powers and will go on to be a better and better player for Celtic and hopefully for Scotland. We have quite a number of young players coming through. We have an excellent back three. Hopefully all three will stay at the club. There's a possibility that Caitlin Hayes' excellent performances over the last couple of years for Celtic and for the full Irish ladies side may attract some interest from abroad or from England, but hopefully she remains loyal to Celtic and keeps on playing as brilliantly as she has done the last couple of seasons especially. So may well be a few players coming and going over the summer for Celtic. And I'll do my best to keep everybody up to date with that. So, as I said, do plan to try and do a highlights reel later in the week of the game. But for today, thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed the coverage of the women's side and you have not yet subscribed, please do click that subscribe button. Do feel free to pop your comments into the comment section regarding the women's team, both yesterday's match and the future. And do feel free to click the like button if you have liked the coverage and liked this video. So until later in the week regarding the women's side, goodbye. Well done, the girls, for your wonderful win. Goodbye and hail, hail.